Hi, this is Ofori Murray, and my DRM-free publisher of the month is JournalStone Books. JournalStone Publishing is a dynamic publishing house focusing in the science fiction, fantasy, horror genres in both the adult and young adult markets. JournalStone Publishing publishes in multiple book formats and markets their authors on a global level. They are active with numerous major writers groups, including the Horror Writers Association, and produce a monthly newsletter with a large circulation. So JournalStone's main focus is horror, fantasy horror, science fiction horror, and then just general horror all around. And I have to say, I am a big fan of, a lot of times I'll look at these sites and their artwork looks kind of photoshopped or just not a lot of effort. They have some of the most beautiful book covers for their books, which really, as most of us know, a great book cover really makes us want to read the book. So in looking at JournalStone, looking at their book covers, they sell print books and they also sell DRM-free electronic books. So you can sort a couple ways. You can sort by the latest book, you can sort by popularity, and you can sort by average rating. They do actually review a lot of these books on their site, and you can go to the horror review section. And when you go to the horror review section, you're going to pull up their reviews of a lot of the books that are on their site, so you can kind of take a look at it. The rating section, when you go back up and you look at the books by rating, that's I believe what they're talking about is their reviews of the books and how they rated them. So I'm going to go by popularity, and I'm going to see if anything pops out to me. They also, a lot of their horror stories are also collections of short horror stories. So a good number of their books are collections of short stories. They do have some novels, a decent amount, but just be aware that a lot of their stories are going to be collections of short stories. But still, they have a very decent catalog. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not a huge horror fan, so it's going to take a minute for me to see something that really pops out to me. But once again, I just love looking at their book covers. Just not a huge horror lover, so it's going to be a challenge for me to find something that's a fit. Okay, so let's see. Joe Ledger Special Ops. Captain Joe Ledger, former cop, former Army Ranger, currently the top kick of Echo Team, an elite squad of first-class shooters who roll out to face down the world's most dangerous terrorists. Not fanatics with explosive vests or political hostage takers, Joe and his team square off against terrorists who have the most advanced and exotic weapons of mass destruction. Designer bioweapons, cutting-edge transgenics, real mad scientist stuff. If they have to call Joe Ledger, it's already hit the fan. Hardcovers, and they have Mobies and EPUBs and PDFs. So I think I'm going to go with Joe Ledger Special Ops. So let me go ahead and choose EPUB because that's what I rock with. Go to the cart. And I got one item in my cart. So I'm going to go up, click on my cart. As always, PayPal me. And now that I've placed the order has been approved. And I have 3 downloads. So on this site, they give you a limited number of downloads. So I guess you have to be just a little judicious about it. This says I have 3 downloads left. So I can click here to download the EPUB. Bada bang, downloading EPUB. EPUB is done. There it is. They even fully titled it, which is nice. Sometimes the EPUBs will just give you a number. And let's go ahead and go into Calibre and add it. Okay. Joe Ledger Special Ops. And I can go ahead and add the metadata. Matter of fact, I'll do that now. There you go. So this is JournalStone Books. Pretty straightforward. Books in the horror sci-fi, horror fantasy, horror urban. So if you're into horror, this could be your jam. So this is Ofori, the digital reader, and keep reading.